Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Taylor Bradford and I'm excited because today we are taking a trek down memory lane, which was actually this past fall 2022, and it has to do with our adventure with Yellowstone and the season 5 premiere party. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have to preface this before we get into the behind the scenes of working with Yellowstone. First, I want to tell the story about how that came to be. And then second, I just want to say that I wasn't thinking about YouTube back in the fall of 22. I was thinking about Instagram content. So everything is shot in a vertical, unfortunately. So bear with me through that. I have created a beautiful kind of green screen so that I can show off that content. But yeah, so what you're about to see is the vertical video shot during our setup, and then some still photos from the actual, like how it all turned out. And so let's first start with, how did this come to be? So I had an opportunity with Shiraz Creative out of New York, and they reached out to me. They loved the vintage pieces, leather pieces that I had in the collection. And to be honest, it was just this sofa at the time. I'm sitting on Frederick right now. Frederick was our first vintage Chesterfield into our collection. And so they reached out, they loved Frederick, and then also Fenwick, which is another leather sofa I have, but it's a mid-century modern style sofa. Both of them are tufted. And they first reached out, and I had no clue who they were reaching out on behalf of, and I had to sign an NDA once they were like, yes, let's work together. And so they reached out, and our conversation started out something like this. Hey, so we're coming to Texas, we're doing something fun. It's gonna be like Texas ranch meets lodge meets Montana. And we really love the pieces that you have and wanted to explore what it would be like to build out a couple of lounges. And I'm like, okay, that's perfect. And I said, yeah, so, 1883 recently shot here in Fort Worth, and it's really done some amazing things for Fort Worth. Taylor Sheridan, the Yellowstone franchise, like, it's done some amazing things for Fort Worth. Taylor Sheridan calls Weatherford home, so the DFW Metroplex he calls home. And it's just, like I just kept saying, it's done amazing things. And we have been getting requests for Western aesthetic for weddings and corporate events. And so we invested in Frederick. And I was about to be on another buying trip, because remember, this is fall 22. And I was like, I'm about to head back down to Round Top. I can reach out if you want me to see if I can find something else other than Fenwick, which is our mid-century modern leather sofa. I was like, I'd be happy to do that. The guy I bought Frederick from is a leather buyer out of Pennsylvania, and I'm happy to reach out to see what he might be bringing to Texas. They were like, yeah, we'd love to see anything else that you might acquire. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So I go shopping in Round Top last fall. I do 2 buying trips to Round Top, one in the spring and one in the fall. So I messaged my leather buyer and I said, hey, would you send me pictures of what you're bringing down to Texas? And so he sent me what he had. And I created a graphic based on the things I was interested in, and I sent them over to the Yellowstone people. So at this point, I do know it's Yellowstone. So here I am going on and on about how, 1883 and Taylor Sheridan has done a really amazing thing, or has done really amazing things for Fort Worth. And then I signed the NDA, and then I learned it's Yellowstone, and I'm like, oh my gosh. What are the odds? Like, here I am raving about how amazing Taylor is and what he's done for Fort Worth, and it is legitimately a gig for Yellowstone. So it was their season 5 VIP premiere party that we were going to be a part of. So now I'm down in Round Top. Now I know I'm buying for Yellowstone. I can't say anything to anybody about it because I'm in an NDA. And So I go down. Actually, what I end up doing is sending my husband down with my big trailer and buying all of those pieces. I was like, you know what? This is a great aesthetic for Sugar Creek to take on. We are already getting really rave reviews over what we've already added, which was Frederick and some other decor pieces. And so we went down, sent my husband down. He bought all of the pieces that I had said I really liked. We got them all up. I added this other Chesterfield. This is Remington. I added a bunch of chairs. I added some leather love seats. I added a bunch before I even got down to Round Top shopping. And then when I got down to Round Top shopping, I ended up buying some other pieces and some decor. And so when I got back, I'm having another briefing with Yellowstone, with Shiraz. And I said, hey, this is what I ended up buying. What 2 lounges would you like me to create from this? And I had sent over everything that I had in a graphic, and they sent it off to Yellowstone, to Paramount, and they were like, oh, we love it all. We want to do 6 lounges. And I was like, I was just over the moon. So we set up 6 lounges, or on visual, we set up 6 lounges for them. And the party was hosted at Hotel Drover. It was just a dream. It was an absolute dream. We ended up doing 3 mega lounges. There were some technical difficulties with the hotel setup. Evidently, I don't even know. Anyways, the original floor plan got scrapped, and on site day, we ended up doing 3 mega lounges, and which was beautiful because it came out beautiful. And so one was specifically for Taylor Sheridan and his guests, one was for the execs, and one was for the celebrities that were in attendance, the actual Yellowstone cast members themselves. And I'm speechless to be able to say that I was a part of that, and that I got to provide furniture, and also having the freedom to design it how it would make me look really good, and having that freedom to be able to put it together, style it exactly how I wanted to, and having Shiraz allow me that creative freedom was just hands down dream come true for me. And so now let's get into behind the scenes of actually setting all of that up, and then a look at what it actually turned out to be. And I couldn't be more thrilled with the end product. So let's dive into it. All right, so total amazingness. I mean, I am biased. It is my stuff, and we went over the top. I went and bought new pillows. I bought new blankets. I bought diffusers. It was really important to me to create this full Sugar Creek experience so that when you were in the lounge, it was more than just the furniture. Like, you felt like you were a part of something. You felt like you were at home. And so I had candles, even though the candles weren't lit. I had room spray, everything. Like, you walked in and you were like, wow, like, she's thought of everything. And it was such a cool experience, which led me into even more cooler experiences, which I will be sharing in future episodes of the House of Sugar Creek YouTube. So if you are not already subscribed, stop what you're doing right now and go hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, click that little bell, and so you will be alerted to when new episodes of the House of Sugar Creek pop up, which are Mondays. And yeah, so thanks for coming along the journey of the Season 5 premiere party VIP for Yellowstone. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of this one.